Hi there, my name is Matt Cole, co-producer of the Sexperts podcast, along with my great friend Brian Garrity. Before we begin, I just want to give a huge thanks to our guest on this episode, James Roach. He is a wonderful friend of ours. He is a very funny and talented performer. We've been performing with him in the Dudes Improv Comedy for a long time, and you can also check him out in another group of ours called Monocle on Saturday, November 4th at 10 p.m. at the Push Comedy Theater. It's one long improv scene. It's gonna be a blast. I also want to point out some other shows. If you are listening on Sunday, October 29th, roll out of bed at 7 p.m. and check out the very last show of The 666 Project, a horror anthology. I directed one of the pieces in there called The Devil Makes Three, written by Noel Peterson and Haley Daniels, and it is a spooky and also sometimes funny show, so check it out. Also, the last show I want to bring your attention to is Frankenstein, directed and presented by Core Theater Ensemble at the TCC Roper Performing Arts Center, November 2nd through 4th at 8 p.m. We have all worked really, really hard in this show. I will be playing Victor Frankenstein himself, and I would be really delighted if you guys came out and saw it. If you are a TCC student, you actually get your ticket for only $5, which is really a steal. It's really a fun and thrilling show, so please check it out. The last thing, I want to give a huge congratulations to us for making 5,000 downloads. And I also want to thank everyone out there who listens, all of our Patreon supporters. If you want to donate to us, please go to patreon.com/Sexperts podcast. It's a monthly thing that recurs. We already have a few supporters on there. And if you have any questions or feedback that you'd like to give us, even if it's just a hello or thank you, send it to therealsexperts@gmail.com. Without further ado, everything you're about to hear is made up on the spot, so please enjoy this bodacious episode of the Sexperts.
Turn on your computer, dial up the web, download some information into your head. It's Dr. John and Delilah, they're having a great time. Data to do, it's simply true, we're the Sexperts.
And intro music, and hi there. Welcome to The Sexperts. I am your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, CPM.
And I'm Delilah Haydair, temporary roofer.
That's right. And we're coming to you live outside of the courthouse in Norfolk, this is Princess Anne, Virginia Beach. And we're going to talk to you about some heavy stuff today.
Yeah. There's heavy stuff going on inside. And there's about to be some heavy stuff going on outside.
That's right. So the topic of the day, which is very near and dear to my heart, which some of you, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're talking about sex. Okay, we are the Sexperts.
Yes, we went to school for 15, 20 years to be just absorbing all sorts of sexpertise.
Yes. And our topic of the day today comes from a dear friend of ours, Ed Carden, and it's called Twice Removed, Finding Love at the Family Reunion. All right, I didn't do that one very well.
Dr. John, homeschooled in West Virginia.
Okay, Twice Removed, Finding Love at the Family Reunion, okay? Because, you say you're single, you're ready to mingle, you're at the family reunion, you have a lot of people there so go for it.
Yeah, why not play Truth or Dare?
Yeah.
Why not spin the bottle?
There's 7 minutes in heaven. 7 minutes
in familial heaven.
So we'll be talking all about that. But here on the story, God, I can't talk today.
Storycast?
No, on the steps of the. Is that what we call this? On the steps of the courthouse, we have a special guest. So I'm going to bring him on in. Hey, why don't you walk up here? You're a few step up. Hi there.
Hey, sports fans. It's Robby Donaldson, the executive producer and host of the Real Sexsports podcast. Yes, we're a show dedicated to sex in sports, and you can find us on Apple, the iTunes or Podomatic or Stitcher Radio. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, we found you on. I found you on Google. I was trying to type in Sexperts, but I actually made that E into an O, and then sure enough, we find your shit. So yeah, that's great.
It actually happens a lot. I'm glad we finally hooked up like this.
I do have. We are on the steps of the courthouse here. We are currently in litigation, and it's kind of like a friendly sort of litigation. I have my lawyers, you have your lawyers, and
we all went to Benihana last night.
Yeah, We're just going to see how this plays out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm not I'm not here to ruin you guys' day or anything. I'm just.
Well, for our listeners who aren't familiar with your show, what's your tagline again?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the real Sexsports. Sports, sex, and nothing in between.
So talk to us. I haven't listened to your show yet because I think that would probably cross the legal boundaries. But what do you usually talk about on your show?
Well, I do like a lot of hard hitting sports reporting. Mostly I get on the Google and I'll look up famous people and like find out if they're having sex with anybody in the sports world. Then I'll get on there and talk about it and kind of rate it. See if anybody's got any problems. Like mostly it's a lot of episodes about Derek Jeter and herpes. But yeah, it's a good time. We do a live call-in show.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Do you ever cover Division III sports?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, I was actually in town because I live here. We were covering. I covered the Tides a lot.
Oh wow!
Yeah. You would. You'd be shocked.
So tell us about some celebrity we wouldn't expect that is dating like a sports person.
Okay. Are you familiar with the show Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, the little person.
Yeah. He's dating the entire WNBA team, the Phoenix Suns.
Sons?
The entire Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, but the WNBA version of that.
Yeah.
The Lady Sons.
Yeah, the Lady Suns.
So that's got to be S-U-N-S because S-O-N-S, Lady Sons, would not make sense.
It's spelled almost exactly the same as the NBA version, which is the Phoenix Suns, but this is just in parentheses, lady in front of Suns.
I actually, I'm going to Google this real quick. Why don't you guys talk? I'm going to Google. I think there's a sex tape out right now with Peter Dinklage and some of the Phoenix Suns. Let me pull that up. You guys go ahead and don't mind me. I'll just...
I really like their lady gorilla who jumps off of the trampoline and slam dunks.
Yeah. I mean, it's... you got to give the people that spectacle, right? I mean, it's a WNBA game.
I paid $17 for this ticket. I want to be entertained.
I mean, it's quality basketball. They're doing their best.
Yeah, and I don't need dunks or above the rim action.
We're going to get in trouble. I'm just saying.
I found it. Okay, I found it. All right. Here it is. So let me go ahead and press play here. Hey, girls. It's me, the Dink Dink. You ready for this dick?
Oh, dink. Oh, dick.
Oh, yeah.
Dunk my dink in your... my vagina.
I can't even watch that.
Okay, I'll push pause. Wow, yeah, it's very graphic.
Hey, little in some ways.
That was on CNBC.
Little in some ways, big in others.
No, he's like a full-grown man down there.
All right, well, that's very interesting. Maybe I'll actually check you guys out sometime.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit off air. What do you like off air? What do you like to do for fun?
Oh, I just, Buffalo Wild Wings. That's like, what else do you need, really? I mean, you go there, you get a sloppy mess of buffalo wings, boneless and/or with bones. They always got the sports on, so it's like, it's like you're working away from home.
Yeah.
You know?
So there's a sports component. Do you also throw in the sex component at Buffalo Wild Wings?
Oh yeah, because you can just tell. You can just tell by looking at who's banging. Let me tell you something about these sports guys. Okay, these sports guys fuck.
Yeah, but at Buffalo Wild Wings.
In the privacy of their own home or yacht or what have you.
So that's what I'm wondering. Do you bring sex to Buffalo Wild Wings? Like,
are you
bathrooms?
getting busy with people at a Buffalo Wild Wings?
No. It isn't about me. I'm exposing the dirty underside of sports.
Whoa. That's very judgmental. Why is sex dirty?
Well, the way these athletes do it, I mean, it's a...
Well, give us an example.
Okay, well, you familiar with NFL football?
Yes.
Crab lice. They all got it.
If they all have it, then, I guess that's an even playing field. I mean, not to use a mixed metaphor.
No, they're not. What do you... Huh?
Crab lice.
Yeah, I mean, they all have it. They're not like... They're giving it to their partners. People who don't have it. You think they're all just like... You think they're banging each other?
Are they? You tell me.
If you got a scoop, let me know.
Okay, I feel like we're going down this territorial litigation legal thing again. We're not going to get back into that, but I do want to get into our topic.
Yeah,
of the
there's
day.
a lot of siblings on football teams.
Yeah. So Twice Removed, Finding Love at the Family Reunion.
You know what
Yeah.
I would like? A fantasy sex sports league.
Oh, I've got one.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. No, you come over to my website.
Yeah.
The real Sexsports.com. You can sign up for that.
Was sexsports.com taken?
I'm sorry?
Was sexsports.com taken?
No, this is the name of the podcast. We got the real Sexsports.com.
So how does the sex component work with the fantasy?
Well,
draft?
you draft players.
Yeah.
And you just kind of you got to pay attention. You got to really be on the ball here. I'm kind of I'm the commissioner of basically all the leagues in this setting.
Yeah.
And I assign points. Like, let's say you've drafted. You can draft. First of all, you can draft players from any league.
Do you get points for children out of wedlock?
Yes, yes, you do.
I'm drafting Antonio Cromartie, whatever his name
Yeah, well,
is.
he's usually the number one pick. But you can draft players from any league.
Okay.
And the league runs year round. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's say you're like LeBron James, like an idiot. You draft LeBron James. He's pretty much a family man. He's not out there, laying pipe. If you took J.R. Smith, a man known to lay pipe in whatever city he's in, then you'd be scoring pretty high in this league.
Now, what would I do if, in a fantasy football league, if a player's injured, you have to switch him out. What if J.R. Smith got a girlfriend? Would I have to switch it? Would I have to trade him? Would I have to put him on the bench?
Or his dick broke?
No. See, what you can still play him, and then when he has sex with his girlfriend, you're still getting points.
Oh,
However,
Yeah.
Sex is sex.
somebody like J.R. Smith can give you the bonus play because he's apt to cheat on his woman when he's out laying.
So you can
pipe.
score twice in one day.
Yeah, that's like
Well, that's like the second best thing to be in J.R.
And
Smith himself.
We treat STDs like an interception. It's a negative 2 points.
No way.
You got to be penalized sometimes. We want to promote safe sex.
This is kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. I'm kind of interested. That's what I used to play. We didn't play we actually played a sex version of Dungeons and Dragons in kind of a sex dungeon back in
I
high
tried
school.
playing Dungeons and Dragons at a family reunion once, and it got ugly.
Well, speaking of which, our topic of the day is Twice Removed, Finding Love at the Family Reunion. And
What's your favorite dish when you go to a family reunion? I always bring a banana pudding.
I'll tell you what my worst favorite is.
Oh.
It's that, what is it? It's green and it has little marshmallows on it.
Oh, ambrosia.
Is it ambrosia?
Yeah, it's called ambrosia. It's like a Jell-O salad with marshmallow.
Yeah.
Ugh.
How do you even know what that is? Do you make it?
No,
I'll tell you how you know what it is.
What?
You lay your fucking teeth into it. It's so good.
You like it?
Oh, yeah.
My favorite is pizza,
it makes sense. Who doesn't like a good slice of pizza?
So talk about, are you single? Are you
I'm very single. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm married to my work. Up all hours of the nights. Just researching these players. A few years back, I managed to steal one of the New York Post's press passes to get into the locker room of a Jets game afterwards, and just for research purposes, just looking at football players' dicks and treating them like redwoods. Trying to figure out like which one of these looks like it's been around the longest and done the most to people. Just
To people? That sounds very...
Sounds very non-sexual.
Very violent. Yes.
Very violent.
Oh, no, that's the Pittsburgh locker room.
Oh God.
I mean, yeah, maybe I misspoke, but you know how it is. You can just look at a wiener and tell that it's
You can carbon date a dick.
yeah. Delilah knows what's up.
Without slicing it in half, correct?
Yeah,
I'm a sexpert. We have one thing in common and one thing not in common. Sex, we all know. We all know sex.
Yeah.
Sports, I played lacrosse for a week and a half.
That's a tough sport, though.
Yeah, that's why I only played a week and a half.
Yeah. I did highlight for a little bit.
That's a really tough sport.
Yeah, intramural.
I was a tetherball guy and lunch.
That's a really tough sport.
Yeah, no. I did badminton for about a month before my My Achilles gave me problems.
That's a pretty brutal sport.
Yeah, I ping pong
Yeah.
at the rec center with my kids.
I did speed chess for a little bit in the park in Brooklyn.
I'm gonna have to start looking into y'all's sex lives.
Oh, please don't. Wait, you don't have like a file on us, do you? You sound. Here's what I'm getting from you. You almost sound like the J. Edgar Hoover of like sports and sex, where you're like you're keeping files on everyone.
Well, yeah, I am. It's like I want to get. I just want to get into. I want people to know more about their heroes.
It sounds to me like you're going to blackmail some of these people. Maybe make a little money off of that.
No. As soon as I find
No
something,
pun intended.
Wait.
Huh?
Blackmail.
Okay.
A lot of these sports stars are blackmails.
Delilah, we're in front of a courthouse.
So
I don't. None of this is related to anything. We got to get back to our topic of the day. Twice removed.
Actually, I got kind of a beef with you guys.
Sure. All right, let's bring this up.
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
Let's bring this up.
Obviously, there has been a lot of confusion with the name between our twos.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here today. But I get a lot of your email. I get a whole.
You get our email?
Yeah.
That's why our emails dropped off recently. I was telling you.
we're down to like 9,000 a week.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Here, look, I brought one with me today.
Yeah.
I printed it out. This is just an example of some of the shit I have to deal with of having a similar name. All right, let me just read this. Let me just read this out to you guys, okay? All right, it starts off nice enough. Dear Dr. Don and Delilah.
Dr. Don.
John.
Okay, that's my name.
I hope this email finds you well. Every week I tune into the real Sexperts in order to satisfy my sexual curiosity and my thirst for sexual knowledge.
Yeah, definitely.
I find your podcast to be both informative and entertaining.
Fuck yeah.
However, I do have one complaint.
Typical letter.
Oh, you can stop there. Complaint.
Yeah. I listened to your most recent episode, 10-1, Anal Candling, and became enamored with the idea of candling my anus.
Oh.
As soon as I finished listening to the episode, I rushed home and candled my anus. Unfortunately, it was such a relaxing experience that I fell asleep on my tummy with the candle still lit and the wax sealed my anus shut. So I guess my only complaint is that you didn't go over all the safety measures you should have when discussing this topics. Anyways, still love the show. Keep up the great work. Yours truly, Bradford McMurrin.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I've got to write back to this guy.
If I had $1 for every time he's
Yeah.
injured himself on one of our episodes,
God, yeah, we got to finish these topics of the day.
I'd have $41.
Listen, so let me see that. Is that real?
Yeah, I wrote him back. You can.
Oh, my God. Wait, you wrote them back?
Yeah.
Can I read this?
Yeah, go for it.
Dear Bradford McMurrin, hey. That's good. Thanks for your letter, sports fan. They're a Sexperts fan. Okay. Unfortunately, I think you meant to send this letter to the real Sexperts. Well, thank you. I host a podcast called The Real Sexsports. You probably should have bolded that, where I talk about sexual shenanigans in the world of sports. Don't worry about the mix-up happens all the time. Our 10-1 episode was about... Our 10-1 episode was about Derek Jeter's herpes, and I encourage you to check it out when you get a chance. Sorry I can't help you with your waxy butthole, Brad. I hope you get that thing unstuck. Just remember what Derek Jeter always says, I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. I think you try to learn from those mistakes. Did he actually say that?
Yeah.
True words never spoken regardless of whether he was talking about herpes or you sealing your own beehole shut. Stay safe, Bobby Donaldson. Executive producer. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for fielding that one for us. That's actually that's a kindness that you did us.
Well, we don't have time to keep up with our own email. We might hire you.
I mean, look, I know we're having our problems right now,
Yeah.
but we're pod brothers.
That's what we should be. We should just walk into this courthouse and be like, we're pod brothers.
You know what? Call off the whole thing.
Let's go. All right, Delilah, hold my luggage.
Speaking of
What?
pod brothers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, brothers.
Brothers.
Twice removed.
Yeah.
Finding love at the family reunion. So let's hold off on the slamming into the courtroom like Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Let's talk a little about family reunions and how that you can find love there.
Let's start with twice removed.
Yeah.
You've been suspended from the FCC twice.
Oh.
Which is strange because they don't really regulate podcasts that much, but they cracked down pretty hard on me. They were like, it was after our.
I heard David Stern had a role, the former commissioner of the NBA.
I mean, Daniel.
David.
whatever.
And Daniel Stern's the actor, right?
Oh, he is.
Who's this? The sports spurt?
Look, I kind of. I'm not going to lie with y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge sports fan.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Mostly I research these things and kind of just fly by the seat of my pants.
That is big of you to admit that. And thank you. Let's talk a little bit more about some of your inner workings here. What is your greatest fear?
Spiders. I don't even have to think about it. I mean,
What's your biggest fantasy?
Okay. So I'm in Atlantic City, and I'm at a really nice one of those casinos. One of the ones actually
Sports book.
Yeah, one of those ones on the Strip, not actually not like the Days Inn. And I'm in there, and I'm just laying in bed. I'm about to get real familiar with myself, and some of the premium cable that they have. When all of a sudden there's a knock at my door. And before I can say, hey, don't come in, this sexy maid comes in.
Yes.
And it's just like, hey.
What does she look like?
Oh, she's about 180, 120, 190 pounds. And she's got a pretty well-pressed maid's uniform, like no wrinkles or anything. She's wearing that maid hat they've got. It's a blue outfit with like a white bib.
Yeah. What's her name?
Her name is Allison. Yeah. And she comes in and she's like, "Hey, I just wanted to make sure you were comfortable and all." And I'm like,
"Make sure you're comfortable and all."
I'm like, "I could be a whole lot more comfortable with you by my side."
Why don't I just get by your side in bed there?
And then she comes over and she says, Okay.
And
then we do it.
Wow.
I feel like you're reading my journal from my family reunion.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of which, we do want to get to our topic today, but you know what? Fuck it. We're going in there. Let's storm the gates. This has been a great episode. Thank you so much
Let's run in there and just yell objection.
Let's do it. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning to the Sexperts. I'm your host, Dr. John T. Alanese, CPM.
I'm Delilah Haydair, and if you have roof problems and you don't need a permanent fix, I'm very skilled on tacking a lot of different things up there. Check me out at delilahstemporaryroofs.com.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, sports fans.
All right. Objection! Objection!
We're pod buddies.
You cannot tear us apart!
Sustained.
Da-da-to-do, it's simply true, we're the Sexperts.
That's our show. If you like what you heard and you think it was worth $1, join the official Sexperts fan club at patreon.com/Sexperts podcast. A special thanks to the Push Comedy Theater and all of our supporters. Bye-bye.